Hello everyone and welcome to my completed Animal Crossing island, Mittens. I have made several Animal Crossing islands, but this has to be one of the most challenging islands I have made yet. This island has taken me over a year to complete just because there's something about designing in winter in Animal Crossing that is particularly challenging, and I set forth a few rules for making this winter island. I didn't want it to be a Christmas island necessarily. I really just wanted it to have more of a winter, a snow day feel. Another design choice that I decided to do on this island is not use any flowers, which was particularly daunting because kind of my go-to in Animal Crossing is to fill up a space by adding lots and lots of flowers throughout the area. It's something I've done on all of my previous islands, but for a winter island, this one in particular for me, it didn't make sense for me to have flowers. There weren't any that I felt really suited the aesthetic, and it just didn't really make sense for me to have flowers out and about because I don't see flowers in winter ever. So I opted to not use flowers, and that was another factor that led me to take so long to finish this island. I didn't want this island to feel very cluttered. I really wanted it to feel open and like you could run around and play in the snow. I really just wanted it to feel open, realistic, kind of like the snow has just landed everywhere and all the villagers are playing out and about. It is really fun to run around this island, especially with the snow falling, and all of the villagers look so cute in their snow hats and their little pea coats and sweaters. So let's get into actually starting to tour the island. I have saved a DA for this island, so feel free to tour alongside me. The DA is listed on the bottom there. And let me just go through my villagers. So I have Eric, Sprinkle, Poppy, Marshall, Fang. I have been wanting to have Fang on an island for so long, and a winter island felt like the perfect place for him. So finally got to have Fang. He's very cool. Also have Sherb, Maple, Lolly, Bones, and Chevrolet. Several villagers I've had previously, but they're all super cute for winter, and I had to include them once again. So that is my map. Most of the villager houses are towards the back of the islands, but yeah, let's get into it. So I did manage to get a yellow airport for this island, and let's make our way off the dock here, and this is the entrance to the island. I kept it pretty simple and just have a little bit of a bridge in the background, the waterfall, a little sitting area. I did actually watch the Chronicles of Narnia while I was building a lot of this island and sick one day, and that really helped motivate me and get that like very icy winter feel. I found this super cute code here of some dropped mittens, and since the island is named Mittens, it seemed only appropriate to have this pretty much anywhere I could fit it. So that is the lower little entrance here, but let's make our way up onto this incline. And here is my resident services, kind of close to the airport. Also, this island, by the way, does have two south-facing river mouths, but I kind of just ignored the rivers and just turned them into waterfalls. I didn't really mess around with the rivers. Anyway, so here we have resident services, and Leaf is visiting today. Sadly, you will miss him in the GA. But this is the little resident services area, and this is all fully enclosed. That is something I typically like to do with my islands, is just enclose resident services so that whenever someone comes to visit, they're kind of like forced to walk a certain way. So you shouldn't miss all the presents here at the top of the incline. I have put together a little winter outfit to keep you warm as you're running around, so be sure to pick up the gifts and get nice and cozy before you play in the snow. There are so many amazing codes I found for this winter island. I really love the Snowprints and also the snowangels you'll see throughout the island. This path I used here for this kind of like more structured area of the island is an in-game path, and then I found this bordered edge and brick code that you can layer over top of the in-game path, and it just makes it look like it's covered in snow, which I thought was super cute. We have a little picnic sitting area up here, some bikes scattered throughout this kind of like town area. I used a bunch of these little bunnies here. They're my little snow bunnies hidden all throughout the island. And we have the little library here next to Abel's. This is just a nice little place to sit down while you are shopping. And then we'll continue along here. And I have nooks on this side with, again, another little sitting area. We have some firewood for sale outside of nooks to keep you warm and toasty. And then just some more bikes layered in throughout here. Lots of ducks on this island. I just kind of started using ducks maybe on like my kid core island, and I just can't get enough of the ducks whenever I'm decorating now. I just kind of put them everywhere. They're so cute. This path, I really adore. This path got me really excited to start decorating my island. It's kind of like a countryside road, and this leads us into the more like rustic part of the island. So we have the party light arches extended over the path. And then there's some cute little like areas off to the side. So we have a little snow angel one of the villagers has left behind for us. There is a little play area behind nooks where someone has left a snowman. Little sitting area here, and you can even peek out into this kind of winter meadow, and again see that little snow bunny off in the distance there. So let's continue along the path, and this is where part of the neighborhood begins. So I'll show you just kind of like the little walk through here, because this is what I really had in mind when creating this area. So let's pull up our camera. Across the lake here is my villager house, and I think it looks so cute here. I did customize all of the houses to be log cabins, and everyone should have a snowflake door plate on their door. This is Eric's house. I decided to make Eric my neighbor. I don't know actually if I customized Eric's house. I think I did, but I'm pretty sure he has a log cabin anyway. Looks like he's home today. Hopefully staying nice and warm and cozy in his little log cabin. We have a little meadow area here. This is kind of what I was talking about, like this usually is not something I would ever do. It's like leave all this space open. I'm typically someone who wants to fill every square on an island, and that to me is complete. So I had to kind of restrain myself for this island and not cover every single area, and it was just a different way of decorating for me, which was really fun to explore. There's loads of dropped pine cones, acorns, and mushrooms throughout this island. Also the little snowflakes are flying all around. I have my mailbox here, and then we will make our way up to my house. And let's pop in here and check it out. Of course, I had to include another duck here because they're just so cute. So let's pop inside. So I decided to just decorate this main room of my house and then the basement and the attic. So that's what I'll show you. The other 3 rooms have been blocked off. So this is just like a cozy little chill area to enjoy some hot cocoa, listen to some music, maybe watch a movie, do some reading. It's just like a very chill log cabin kind of feel. I almost kind of wanted it to feel like you're going to stay at your grandma's house or something. Maybe you want to do a puzzle in here. We have the snow globe in the back, which is such a cool item to interact with. So that is the main room of the house. And then let's check out the basement. So the basement I kind of made into like a family's guest room is kind of what I was imagining. Like maybe you're coming over to grandma's house and this is where you would stay. So we have the laundry right out at the front here. And then we have more of like an adult's bedroom area section on the side here. Little magazines to read. We got the furnace going to keep everyone nice and warm. Little foosball table here because that just felt like the perfect addition in a basement. And then if we sneak along the partitions here, this is kind of like where the grandkids would be coming to hang out. So we have a little bunk bed here, some board games, little toys, and teddy bear tucked away in the back there. So that is the basement. Using the partitions in this way was a really fun way to design a room too. So here we are in the attic, and one of my favorite rooms to decorate in an Animal Crossing house has to be the attic. And I love just filling it with a bunch of random junk and making it look like an actual attic. So that's what we have here today. This is where all the other like holiday decorations have been stored. Everything is tucked away in boxes. We have our golf clubs hidden away up here because it's out of season. Won't be doing any golfing out in the snow. We have some sewing projects, an old guitar, a little boom box, a little record player, tons of boxes, books, the grandfather clock. I even just did like a little bit of Christmas in this room. Again, I didn't want this to be a Christmas winter island, but I did decide to hang up the Christmas sweaters and grandma's little apron on the wall. We have the Santa hat and the wreath in here as well. And there's some moths flying around. So let's go back outside before they eat my sweater. So let's continue on with seeing the rest of the island. We'll get out of this lower area where my house and Eric's house is, and let's continue along to the left across this bridge here. Moving into this part of the island, it's very natural for the rest of the way. We have little Marshall. He looks like he's pouting out here in the snow, and to be honest, I can't blame him. There is an incline this way, but I think we should go back here, and this is more of like the villager neighborhood. Let's head up this incline here and go on to the right. This is where I have most of the villager homes, and I just kind of put them alongside this country road. It looks so pretty with all the snow falling. All the villagers have been making snowmen outside their home. We have a little area here to toast some marshmallows and sit by the fire. And then continuing along this way, we have some sleds left out to play in. On the end here, I believe this is Sherb's house. Of course, he has a duck outside of his house because I just can't get enough. And then we'll make our way down the incline here. And this is the campsite. So very classic kind of campsite build. Of course, we have the campfire, some firewood, and just a little place to sit for all of our campsite villagers. So let's head along through the neighborhood over to the other side here, and I will show you the rest of the villager homes. So the villager neighborhood continues alongside the left of this little duck pond. We have some planks leading us to the rest of the villager homes. That starts right here. So again, the little dropped mittens out here next to the clothesline, I think is super cute. And again, all the villager homes have been changed into log cabins, which I think is perfect for a winter island. Moving along this way, we have another villager home, and they've left their little snow boots outside. And then, of course, another snow bunny here, and this is overlooking the museum. Let's make our way down there and check that out here. I did decide to keep my museum as the starter museum and leave Blathers in his tent. So unfortunately, we don't have Brewster to keep us warm with some hot coffee, but I think Blathers' tent looks super cute on this very like natural island. And then the bridge here connects back over to the start of the villager neighborhood if you were to go up that incline. So that is that. And then let's make our way back here through all of the little planks. On this second platform here, I kept it very natural, as with most of the island. And then this brings us back down here closer to my house where we originally saw Marshall, and looks like he's out here caroling in the snow. He's making the most of it. I love that for him. He's such a cutie. Let's go back this way, and we'll go across the bridge here, and we have a bit of a little sitting area outside this tiny little cabin shed, little place to warm up by the fire, and again, just lots of ducks everywhere. There's just a few more areas to show you on this island. Over here down the incline, we have Sprinkle's home, and I wanted Sprinkle's home to feel different from all of the other houses. Since she's a penguin, I wanted to do something special for her. So I used this ice cube code on all of these cube lights and made it look like she is stacking up some little ice cubes alongside her house. And then I used some frozen items, which are items that I typically don't find myself using, including the frozen fence. Again, dropped snowflakes. I used the frozen chair, the fences, and there are some illuminated snowflakes scattered throughout the area too. So this is Sprinkle's little winter oasis hidden back here. Little sitting area off to the side. I really just wanted to keep this island as natural as I could and just kind of make it feel like a dusting of snow has covered this island. Across the bridge here, we have, of course, Fang's house. I really was excited to have Fang on an island finally. So he has a cute little sitting area outside of his house, drinking some tea. And then I was really having fun with placing these little puppy plushies all around the island as some little snow dogs. So going along this way brings us right back to the start of the island at resident services. So that is my completed island of Mittens. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.